Ladies and gentlemen, the New York Knicks are prepared, to throw a boatload of cash at Jalen Brunson. They're going all out. They're zeroed in on Jalen Brunson in free agency. And I'm telling you, they're making a terrible mistake. This is not the player that you want to do things with like this, but, I mean, it is what it is. Let me tell y'all something. The GM, Scott Perry, president of basketball operations, Leon Rose, they're completely falling asleep at the wheel. They've hired, Jalen Brunson's father, on the coaching staff. You understand? This is truly disgusting, what's going on, but hey, this kid, Jalen Brunson, is averaging 16 points per game, shooting 50% from the field, 30% from three. Let me tell you something right now. This is not the guy that you offer max dollars to. And to pry him away from Dallas, it may require for you to offer max dollars, and I'm telling you that you're making a terrible mistake on doing this. I understand that this kid is 6'1", so I mean, he's a little undersized to say the least. He damn sure don't help out defensively. Listen, I don't see this guy as a number one option or a number two option. It may be number three. You understand? I think this guy is just a high-level role player, a glue guy. You understand? But, I mean, the New York Knicks are under the gun. The Knicks, they need everything. The only problem is giving Brunson this kind of money. Is it worth it? I think that's the question we all are asking ourselves. Will it be worth it? Because the Knicks haven't had a point guard in years, and they had multiple opportunities. They wouldn't throw the money at certain players, but they're ready to throw it at Jalen Brunson. Brunson has had his injury issues. I'm not sure what Dallas is going to do. In terms of the money. You all know Dallas don't really like throwing out max money. That's why I feel like the Knicks are going to swoop in here. The Knicks, they do have D. Rose as the point guard. He's getting up there. You got Quickly. They don't know what they're going to do with him. So, I mean, to be honest with you, they could use a point guard. Does this guy fix all the problems? How does he fare with the point guards that they have in the Eastern Conference? And that's the key. How does he fare against a Kyrie, a Ben Simmons, or who else? A Harden. I mean, the list goes on. A LaMelo Ball, a Trae Young. I mean, these are the questions we got to ask ourselves. The Knicks is just, they just are not running a well-oiled ship right now. And they got nothing but themselves to blame for it. On how this has happened. The Knicks are they gave New York Knicks fans no hope during the draft. And to be honest with you, I'm with the assumption is this. The Knicks, anybody the Knicks are targeting, they're not going to get. So if the Knicks are sitting here talking about they want Jalen Brunson, you might as well kiss that shit goodbye. You understand? The New York Knicks ain't doing a goddamn thing. You understand? In terms of giving away anything, they're not going to pick up shit. You understand? That's all I'm going to tell you. So for them to try to throw max money at this guy, I mean, damn, you couldn't have done, you can't find nothing else better than this. You couldn't trade it for Lonzo Ball last year to show up this point guard position. To be honest with you, I don't know what they're going to do. They got a bunch of draft picks that are protected. I say you try to get those things off before they come out to nothing. Get them off now while they got some kind of value and people don't really know that they heavily protected and they might not amount to shit. So this is the time to unload those contracts. But Jalen Brunson is just not it. He's not it. Let me know how good is Jalen Brunson. Is he the answer for the New York Knicks? I want to know that. That's a true question I need to know. The New York Knicks are operating like a small market team. You understand, to be honest with you. They're not really operating like a big city, a media market. And that's the only thing that's troublesome to me. They're not getting the free agents. Nobody's flocking to New York City. But I just feel like the depths that they're going to acquire a C-level player, you understand, and damn near give them max money. I mean, come on. You understand? We couldn't come up with anything better than this. You could probably get something like similar to what Jalen Brunson does for the cheap. It's crazy. They didn't move up for Jaden Ivey. They didn't move up for nobody. You understand? They had multiple opportunities to move up. They didn't move up to get LaMelo Ball. They didn't move up years back to get Curry. They didn't move up. They didn't trade for Lonzo. They didn't get any player that could shore them up at that position for the next 10 years. You understand? I don't know why they haven't done it, and they have multiple opportunities. And now they're going to pick a guy that's undersized, you understand, hire the man's father. You understand? I think that's crazy. You understand? They even do that. You know, that's collusion. You understand what they're doing, you know, but, I mean, it is what it is. The Dallas-New York situation, they usually play a lot of funny games with players. You know, we will be evaluating that situation very closely. But Jalen Brunson seems to be New York Knicks bound. You know, I'm not too happy about the situation, but I mean, it is what it is. You know, let's see if he is the answer for New York Knicks fans. You know, would he be a upgrade at what we already have? Absolutely. Anybody will be an upgrade because we ain't got shit. You know, but I mean, Brunson, he's okay. He did all right next to Luka Doncic, but at the end of the day, that was next to Luka Doncic. When you come to New York, ain't no Luka Doncic here. You understand? You could be walking into a room full of shit. You understand? And you got Tom Thibodeau screaming and barking and shit, and you 6'1", and you going to have people coming at you trying to shake and bake you. How you going to keep up with these electric guards out east? You understand? Are you going to be able to play defense to the level of Tom Thibodeau? But you got your father sitting there on the bench, so it seemed to be working all out for you. Let's see how this whole dynamic plays. Let's see what the New York Knicks do. You know, it'll be interesting to see. It's Flight Sports TV.